Hello everyone and welcome back to the Luigi's Mansion playthrough. Today we're going to be starting Area 2 and see how much we can get done of that today.
Sounds good to me. We're going to get this done so quickly, aren't we?
Yeah, there's not that much after this.
No.
And like a nice little detail there, if you actually look at the key is actually a pink one. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. But like the only people to notice that.
Now we venture in. Okay, this is kind of the main bit of the house really.
I think you'll find it's a mansion. It's not called Luigi's house, is it? Because that sounds a bit shit.
Okay, we're stopping recording because George, look, if you can do this, the group's not going to last very long. I can't say that with a straight face.
Oh dear.
It's like, break character. What are we doing, George? You trying to sabotage my shit?
Oh, your shit. What?
So, what trivia did you learn when before?
What do you mean? What did I learn? I mean, I know this stuff anyway.
Yeah, like we didn't take a break between that and didn't like watch extras or stuff like that.
Yeah, and the Chuckle Brothers.
Hello.
Hello.
That fucking accent. What accent is that?
I don't know.
It's Liverpudlian, isn't it?
I think we're just going to call it the Chuckle Brother accent. Because it's pretty incredible. Anyway, right. The most interesting thing I read, there'll be more later at some point when we sort of have a down moment.
Well,
Not like we're going to get depressed and sort of...
Where's Mario?
Anyway, yeah, the interesting thing was that this game was released a day before the actual console was released, the GameCube.
Yeah.
So people were like, well, why the fuck can we buy the game and got nothing to play it on?
That's such a good point.
It was so ridiculous.
That is kind of dumb.
It's a bit of, oh, thanks, I've got this game, can't do anything fucking with it.
Oh, actually,
Apart from the world's smallest frisbee.
Actually, that's what the game or the
game
games? I thought you were talking about the GameCube for a second. I was like, what the fuck? Did you hear
the only console to use mini disc?
Well, you know why that was, don't you?
Because it was like all the rage at that time.
No.
Go on.
Nobody else was doing that. They did it because it was really easy to pirate PS2 games, so they wanted to stop pirating basically.
Fair enough.
Something I was going to ask you. I just thought about now. Did you hear what Nintendo are doing with their new console, the NX? I mean, like
no, I haven't heard anything sort of new stuff about from Nintendo for a while. Really, I've been out of it.
Well, they're basically developing that. This is the new console they're trying to make. Okay, the new console on the NX basically they're making it in the minute. They're just kind of pitching it to not pitch.
The whole thing I saw it. So Sky News like they've
sorry, you can interrupt me again.
Like putting like a sort of patent sort of thing.
That's it, yeah.
Like this complete like touchscreen like controller thing.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. The Wii U has basically no games on it. Like name 10 games on that because I cannot for the life of me. Smash Brothers and Mario Kart 8. Smash Brothers.
Or like just Wii U games, or not like remakes or not.
Just Nintendo stuff.
There's a new Pikmin one.
Yeah, it's free.
Mario Maker, is that it?
Yeah, that's 4. I don't count Wind Waker because that's a remake of another game.
I know.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whereas I can name like loads off of
any other console, really.
The thing is, the Nintendo have no confidence for some reason in the Wii U. It sold really badly during its time because they made nothing for it.
There's no games. That's why I still don't really own one.
And
there's no point.
You know they're making a new Star Fox game.
Right. Yeah.
Right. That's been delayed twice now. That was going to come out. No, that was going to come out last month. That's now delayed until like April next year.
Yeah. How's the new sort of Zelda thing going?
Is it?
Is it? I don't know.
No, nothing. It's not coming out until like late next year. But the NX is coming out next year. They've basically shot themselves in the foot.
The Wii U was a bit of a waste of a console, really. It could have been good and interesting.
It's just
a new controller.
But its hardware is like so dated.
They sort of just got HD when like everyone's had that for
since 2006, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad because like Nintendo used to be cutting edge. The GameCube looked better than most PS2 and Xbox games. Most.
Yeah. I think they just need like some maybe new fresh blood in Nintendo. Just someone sort of kick them up the arse and say, let's try this out again.
Well,
like the old spirit of Nintendo. Let's do something different.
That's the thing. The really disappointing thing. They don't need to do that because Mario sells. They don't need to do anything new with that franchise.
No.
I mean, like we were talking last part about this being experimental. I mean, look at this. This is like the most non-Mario game they've ever made. I just want it to be. Obviously, maybe it's a little bit selfish for me to say I want it to be like this because. Actually, no, that's not really that selfish. It's consumer demand. I want something new and interesting. That Star Fox game. There hasn't been a Star Fox game since 2006, and Star Fox is one of my favourite Nintendo franchises. Get on it. It's not. It's just not. It's getting to the point where like shit, where it's starting to take the piss a little bit. Where it's like every year we get a new boring Mario game, but like we're not getting any old IPs that people want to see. There hasn't been a Metroid game since 2010. There hasn't been an F-Zero game since like 2005. People want this stuff, and
there's like so much they could do, but don't.
And every year they just get more. They piss more and more people off. I'm not saying Sony and Microsoft are perfect. Holy shit, they're not.
No,
especially Microsoft. But
they do new things and they try some stuff out, sort of.
Yeah, and like they release. Periodically stuff people want to get.
What I'm talking about, that fucking Xbox One and that like 130 quid a controller.
Really?
Have you seen that? It's like a new one. Like,
oh yeah, the customizable one. Yeah.
It's fucking bullshit.
The Elite, is it called?
I think so. Yeah.
I just think it's just getting to the point where they need to start pushing their old franchises. Now I've heard because the new Star Fox game's coming out, like I just said, that looks like arse. I'm not joking. For a game coming out next year. That looks about just above a Wii title.
The games now need to be at a point where it's sort of like 4K. This is where we're going. This is the latest thing.
Just above 1080.
Yeah, even better than HD, but not even full 4K.
No, I'm not saying that games should all be like best graphics ever, but like you need to use the hardware. If it's not going to be 1080, that's fine, but it needs to be 60 frames per second. It needs to run. It needs to play well. It needs to there needs to be no lag, no loading. Use the hardware you've got. If you're making a new console, put Star Fox on that. I would rather have a Star Fox game that ran better than a lot of other stuff than just an old date. You know, it's already seeming dated. It's a game that's been in development since like 2007.
Yeah, that's probably why.
And getting back to Luigi's Mansion, here's another kind of collectible we can get in the game. Actually, booze. They're in every room in the mansion, and if you get them all, you get a huge diamond that's worth 50 million. So we'll be getting all the booze.
Wonderful.
See what EGAD has to say.
He's gonna rant about Nintendo.
King Boo is Shigeru Miyamoto and all the booze IPs that he hasn't used. I mean, like Pikmin 3 apparently came about just because of an experiment on the game to see what they could do, but that shouldn't be the case. You shouldn't just be making stuff just to see what other stuff you can make. You should be making it because you want to make that one thing.
There isn't really much trivia for this game. I'm not gonna lie. The first thing is that the box art resembles the cover of the film Home Alone. Thanks, Mario Wiki. You're useless, aren't you? Oh God, there's a quiz.
No, we're not doing that. We'll save that for later. Stop it. Stop looking at the quiz. I can see your eyes glittering at the fucking quiz. So there's actually 50 boos we have to get in the entire game. That's every single room in the mansion.
Ooh, okay. This could be interesting.
I'm sorry, I was talking. We're going to go, before we carry on in the second area of the game, we're going to go back to areas we've already been to and get the boos there.
Alright, that's literally, the section is entitled What Could Have Been.
Go on then.
Like original ideas for this game, which looks very interesting from what I've seen already. So, Luigi's Mansion was originally going to feature a supposedly much darker story of much more horrifying monsters, one of which was a stereotypical hunter ghost who wanted to kill Luigi and make him a trophy.
Oh, there's the room upstairs in the attic, the hunting room, is actually a huge reference to that, I think.
The mansion itself was also much creepier. The biggest change was if the game was not completed by the conclusion of one in-game day, Luigi would not save Mario and possibly become cursed himself.
Well, that's pretty dark.
Which was implied by the trailer. That's something they made for this. So that's one thing. The game itself was supposed to be much harder. The podcast had an exhaust meter which if overheated could blow up and cost you some life.
Now that seems a bit dickish, to be honest.
There was also a ghost that could sneak up on Luigi and scare the snot out of him, also costing him life. Your map that's included on your Game Boy Horror originally didn't have the feature where you could find the room to fit the right key in.
That bullshit. This kind of makes it more like a Resident Evil game, actually.
Also, rather than being split up into different areas, the entire mansion would just be one huge area. Because of its bosses would have been absent, no? I guess they got rid of that.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Luigi's Mansion was also supposedly planned to be in stereoscopic 3D using an add-on.
No, oh my god, that would have
But when
aged
the
horribly.
production of said add-on turned out to be more expensive than the system itself, it was canned. In hindsight, it makes sense when that Luigi's Mansion 2 was announced. It was on the Nintendo 3DS. Yeah, I guess. Which nobody uses.
It hurts your eyes though.
It's really bad, the 3D on that. I don't like it.
Okay, so we've got 3 boos already. Now people who are watching the video are not using using this as background noise. You may have noticed that the boos all have pun names. Like so the one I just captured a minute ago was called the Game Boo Advance. I mean, like it dates it horribly, but it's pretty charming. Let's find me a ghost. Ah! The ghosts plant bombs and other traps and sneaky things. So be a bit careful when you're looking for them. Trying to find me a ghost. It's in the ship in the bottle. No, it's not. Oh, got some cash though.
I think that's the most interesting things I'm going to find, really.
Okay, speak not his name, George, because it's a taboo. They're all called stuff like that. I love it. They're gonna get really deliciously bad later on.
Tasty.
Tasty.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm kind of excited for the NX because I would like to see what Nintendo can actually do when they actually kind of catch up a little bit to Sony and Microsoft.
I might have a look actually because I haven't seen anything to do with this.
No, there's no pictures of what it looks like.
I just like anything that's being rumoured at the moment.
But I don't know. I want them to put Zelda U onto the NX because I think it would benefit greatly, especially when they said they wanted one huge area that wouldn't load. Which, yeah, I'm sorry, you can't do that on the Wii U. You just can't.
There you go. So it's a quote from someone which I just fucking lost because of an advert. Where has it gone now?
We got to catch this ghost really quickly, actually, George, because his name is Turbo.
Oh dear. Alright, Nintendo's president said in one of his first public interviews.
But isn't there a new one?
Yeah. As far as the NX goes, I've said it's different and obviously a new experience. That being said, I can assure you we're not building the next version of the Wii or the Wii U. It's something unique and different.
They said that about the Wii U.
It's something where we have to move away from those platforms in order to make it something that will appeal to our consumer base.
I want to see them try and do something. I sound like a huge prick, but like that isn't mainstream. I just kind of I would like to see that, to be honest. Rather than, I mean, like I like the Wii and it had some good games on it, but like you need to do something that isn't about trying to appeal to everyone. I mean, holy shit, the Wii U using tutorials in Nintendo games. Holy shit, Twilight Princess's like first hour is just all tutorial. I mean, it gets really good later on, don't worry about it, but like it just that first hour just kills my kind of patience, to be honest.
Yeah.
You kind of need to like not worry about people not learning the concepts of the game. You just have to hopefully you can design a game well enough that you don't need to do stuff like that. Like Super Mario 64, I mean, that's not my favourite game ever, but like that game understood that you don't have to do that. You can teach the people naturally. The first couple of minutes of the game, you know, when you're just wandering about outside,
Yeah.
that is there to teach you how to play the game.
That's enough.
It's a big enough area where you can do whatever you want it.
Yeah.
We'll activate that crystal ball in a minute. I'm just going to go in this room first. Now this room's pretty interesting, unique. A lot of the rooms are like this because they have unique gimmicks. This one, you can't see the ghost. You can only see the ghost in the mirror. So like we have to kind of use the mirror as a judge for where the ghosts are. There we go.
Yeah, there's not really much about it online yet. Everyone's just talking about this new controller.
What? I haven't heard anything about that. What was about the new controller?
It's just going to be a giant touchscreen. There's no buttons.
Yeah, but that's not getting away from Wii U. In fact, that's just doing more Wii U shit.
But then people saying they might not use it, they might just filed it. You know, like Apple.
Yeah.
They do loads of different ideas and like patents all the time for different designs. So they don't use any.
But they don't. Oh, so just other people can't do it.
Yeah, just like ideas they have. So in the future they want to come back to it, obviously they've still got that idea.
I didn't know that about patents. That's kind of interesting.
That design becomes yours and no one else can copy it. Even if you don't make it, that's still yours. If someone else designs it, we designed that first.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's kind of interesting.
So they can just keep the idea.
There you go. Try and get both of them at once.
Another thing I said, they want to mix it between the GameCube's like 2-stick controller design and that touchscreen.
I don't know how you would do that.
Controller fused with with both of those.
Well, like, that's something that I really like about this GameCube controller. The fact the stick is like, feel how comfortable that actually is, as just to hold it and
compared
to use
to the 64 controller, it would run up a lot.
It's this thing should never ever die. Like the fact they made an adapter just for the Wii U, just so you could play Smash Brothers, just shows how popular that thing is. And actually, in a couple of days, tomorrow actually is the last ever Smash update.
Right.
Which is fucking annoying. And apparently it's Sakurai's last Smash project, which is really sad. Did you hear they brought in recently? Cloud from Final Fantasy VII, a PlayStation mascot.
Wow.
Now that is interesting. I like the fact they're doing that, and it's going to be they held the ballot recently.
Right.
It's the ballot pick tomorrow, so you're going to see who everyone picked. I went for Crystal from Star Fox and Wolf from Star Fox as well. I want King K. from Donkey Kong because I wanted to see some new characters, and Wolf is a character that should come back. A lot of people. Do you know who a lot of people have picked?
Not really. Go on.
Shrek.
Of course.
And Goku from Dragon Ball Z. No, not Goku.
Doesn't surprise me.
Shrek is the real surprise.
Oh dear.
I really want. If Shrek happens, I'll be happy, but also slightly annoyed.
Yeah.
Because it's just so stupid that I want it to happen, but you can't because you have to get the rights from DreamWorks.
Oh, that's not gonna happen.
No. Next key. Now we'll come back to this. Actually, I lied about coming back to this crystal ball. We'll come back to it a bit later because there's nothing we can do here. Yeah.
I just think about Nintendo's like, what else can they actually do though?
What, on consoles or new games?
Like anything. Where can they go really?
People said that after Galaxy though. Before Mario Galaxy. Like where could we go after that? So after going on a sunny beach, he went into space. You can do other interesting things. You could. Let's say Zelda. The fact they're doing an a Zelda where you can progress any way you want, which is like akin to the first Zelda game. That is a good direction to take that because you've kind of done the linear story thing. You've kind of taken it to its max with Skyward Sword, and they kind of realised people didn't like that structure so much because that structure doesn't allow you to kind of again, because of the because of the remote control in Skyward Sword, you had to tell everyone how to play it basically, and that took up so much time, and the control didn't actually work 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah, it gets a bit annoying.
So you need to kind of go back to a simpler thing, I think, and just focus on making a great environment and not so much a great story. Here we go. Like Majora's Mask is the ultimate example of telling a story but not putting all the focus on the story. It's not about the whole story, it's about implication mostly.
I think we just need to invent a new game series, really.
Yeah, that's do something new. That's a good point. Pikmin was something new. Animal Crossing.
Many people. There's not a lot of sort of new game characters these days, or series at all.
Mascots.
We need one for the modern day.
Like, I think a good example of that is look at the GameCube. Look at the new characters they introduced there. Animal Crossing, Pikmin, two pretty huge series.
There hasn't been anything that new for a while, has there? Unless I'm being a complete idiot and missing something out.
No, not really. This is one of the secret rooms. Watch this. Loads of treasures. And also this is where you can get, I think you can get some booze in here. So you can actually miss them.
I think everyone's just a bit too scared.
Yeah, it's getting a bit tough to sell games at the minute. So they're kind of afraid to kind of push the...
console game and sort of like computer-based gaming is just sort of coming up a bit. People are getting very interested in that, and as that happens more, console can go down. And...
Well, you can kind of see why, because there's console, PC stuff is kind of because the hardware can be so much more powerful than a console.
Yeah. The hardware is determined by how much money you have, basically, in the computer, whereas a console, you get what you get, and you can't really change it.
You can mod it, but you fuck the console, basically, then.
Yeah, there's not much point.
I mean, they're trying to bridge it a little bit, because Fallout, they're trying to bring the mods for Fallout onto the console by transferring it, and they're kind of doing it, but it's not a PC. You can only do so much, and the console version of Minecraft is kind of a joke compared to the PC one. I mean, the PC one is like limitless. Basically, you can do whatever you want, and that's a game. By the way, Minecraft Wii U, that's only just getting a Wii U release. That's ridiculous. How behind the curve is that? Everybody has a version of that, besides Nintendo, apparently. It's hilariously dated.
Like, it's on the PS3 as well.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, because I know, because I've got it.
the PS3.
The PS3's got a version, and like the Wii U doesn't.
That's really sad.
Bad Nintendo. I'm sure we've had a moan about Nintendo before, haven't we? We did it like Majora's Mask, didn't we?
We only do it out of love. It's my favourite company. It's my favourite games company. I want them to do well. It's my own self, Gumbo. Let's get him. No, you don't.
They haven't been at the top for a long time.
They're doing better than Okay, no, they're not. That was a lie. They're doing all right, but like, they need to innovate more, do new things. Like, there's a reason why they were unbeatable back in. The PS1 was great, but the N64 just dumped on it all the time and outsold it.
And it just doesn't happen now. Everyone's just going way too far ahead.
And that's something that really annoys me about Sony and Microsoft is I love some of their some of their games, especially I like the PS4. It's not the greatest thing ever, but I enjoy it. But like, they're not using the actual hardware to make interesting things.
No.
Like I said about Zelda Wii U, make your open world that is limitless, that you don't need to load on it. Why
I
can't
think new consoles move to the whole thing of installing the games to the console, like the Xbox One and the PS4 does it, doesn't it?
PS4 does, yeah. But like, it's not a matter of making interesting gameplay ideas using your new tech. It's about showing off the graphics, which graphics age, graphics get worse. Like,
we have to just keep on improving.
I mean, like, this game still looks. Oh, you bitch! It's got no HP. I've never seen that. As soon as it reaches 0, it's supposed to just get. Dick!
Yeah, bastard.
Let me get it. No, there was a mouse out there. No! Come here. Come here. Dick! I can't win. Damn you. Damn you, Mansion. Oh, so much shit. So, like, what kind of ideas and kind of like new stuff would you like to see? Like, ideas, would you like for me personally, I would like to see a space game that is as huge as films have made out to be. So like Star Wars, I want to see expansive worlds. I want to see cool new shit.
To go meet all these different people.
Yeah.
And I know it's sort of been done in games before, but just make it the scale. That's what you need to make bigger.
Yeah, like I like the I'm doing a playthrough.
And a certain controller could, I don't know, it could help that if it's made well.
Like on my PS4 controller, that's just comfortable. It's just a nice, comfortable controller. You don't need to like make the thing innovative. Just make it comfortable.
Yeah. Like the Wii U controller, it's fucking massive. You can't hold that for too long.
I find it really uncomfortable.
I haven't really used the Pro one much.
Why are the buttons underneath the fucking stick? That's so dumb. It's such a bad design. Okay, next ghost. I really like this. What? Listen to this. Wait for it. I really like that.
Really?
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
I wanted a guitar cover of that.
There's melody. I'm just loving that remix. There's something really charming still about the Mario theme. It will never get old.
Mm.
Do you remember? You know who come Koji Kondo is obviously the. Right, we got to determine which game this is from, which is really meta. Yep, it was Super Mario Bros. 3. See the next one? Oh no, we don't have to apparently. Okay, all you got to do is suck up these music sheets, and then that's it, really. There we go. Let's try and get her in one. I'm not resorting to those shitty sexual puns we used last part.
Okay, this one's fueled by intellectual debate.
It kind of is. I'm proud of the fact we've stopped the sex jokes for the minute.
Nah, it's alright.
We're not going to make any mention of the fact that when Luigi opens his chest, it looks like this. We're totally ignoring that. Okay, let's get this ghost and we'll call it a part. That's not a ghost, that's a bull. I just heard it. I paused for a second because I couldn't believe. I thought he didn't do it after you hit.
Nice. There's got to be some sort of new character they can come up with that's just as interesting, or not even interesting, just good. Just rocking out over there.
That's what I call music. Alright, let me get this ghost. There we go. Wherefore am I am? Boomio. No, you fucking don't! Not like the last one. Yeah.